What's going on, Ross?
Not much. How you doing?
Do I look a little different to you?
Got a slick camera going on there.
That's right. We're about to be streaming for something brand new. We're in the studio. We're working hard to bring that stuff first. Let's get some of the late night news presented to you by G Media, but powered by someone else. Let's go. All right, Ross, what's going on? I said we're powered by somebody else, but guess what? That announcement coming tomorrow during the next one. Great stuff's happening here over at G Media. We had the Bitcoin 2023 announcement where we've been partnering with them. We'll be able to do some media stuff with those guys. Super excited about that. But what else is going on, Ross?
Not much. A little bit of news, not as much as normal, but lots happening in the media today.
Well, let's. I guess we should start with just that somber moment. Queen Elizabeth, the longest-serving monarch in the history, has sadly passed away at the age of 96. She was born in 1926. Mother to soon-to-be King Charles, Prince Charles, as we've all come to know him, who's 73 himself. So no spring chicken, but definitely a somber day throughout the Commonwealth of the United Kingdom and their other agencies. I mean, because technically you guys still have to answer to the Queen.
It's not like that. Canada's got its own laws, but it's sort of like a respect thing, and it's a Commonwealth. And yeah, the Queen is on our money, and now we will have King Charles on our money, and all kinds of things are changing. But for British people in the UK, man, they are rocked. Like people that I've seen and talked to, they're just like shook.
I mean, she served for 70 years though, and at 96, I mean, folks.
It's nice when you have somebody representing you that you can be proud of. It's like if your family patriarch is respectable compared to someone who's like a total train wreck, that's no fun. Or like when Toronto's mayor was like Doug Ford and smoking crack and going Taco Bell. It's like, no, that's not good. You go to the Queen. It's like, okay, golf clap for her. Well done.
Chapter she did serve her world very well. But you know what? Now that it might be too soon for me to say this again. I do respect the Queen. She lived through many presidents. She outlived almost all of our presidents. Oh my goodness, what just happened? It went dark up in here. It went dark up in here.
You lost your light. Yeah, she lived through how many presidents was it?
At least 9. At least 9.
I can turn my light off too if you want me to.
No, it's I was like, what just happened?
I'm doing it. I'm going to support you. I'm in the dark.
No. Don't support me. Don't support me. Just give me a second while I turn this. Oh, there we go. We're back.
I was born about half an hour from where the Queen was. And I have my British passport. And you talk to people and you see their reaction. It's going to be a couple weeks of strangeness in the UK, that's for sure.
And they had just named a new prime minister like on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So Tuesday, the new prime minister, Liz Truss, meets with the Queen, and here we are Thursday, and she's no longer with us. So my thoughts and prayers there. But on another note, hey, Charles, go get a job now. Just go do something else. Look, people have tired of paying for your crap. So Charles, go get a job.
Yeah, they don't like him that much. I don't know what'll happen there. We'll have to see.
In other news, though, we've got a very weird situation here where $30 million has been recovered. Yes, that's right, folks. $30 million recovered from on-chain analysis, from chain analysis. Effectively, when they had that Ronin attack, they've now been able to find some of that money. So congratulations, Ronin, for or no, the chain analysis. But it's good that we've got the blockchain to be able to say, hey, here's where the money went. Now go track it.
Chain analysis works with the FBI. They are a powerhouse, and I've tried to crack them and to get in and to talk to people, and they're like, no, they're way too busy. They don't do interviews as far as I know. Maybe other people have had interviews, I'm not sure, but 30 million doesn't sound like a lot, but with hacks that happen, progress, that's pretty cool.
Well, I think anything with hacks, it's more about the fact that they're able to recover it. So yeah. I mean, look, everyone says it's not a lot of money, but if you lost $30 million, Ross, or $5 million or whatever, you'd be like, yo, give me back my money. Like, however much it was, you'd want it back. And so not as much as that was stolen, but recuperating something. Listen, it's better than being on Voyager right now, watching your Luna crush go up, like your Luna go all the way up to 18,000 or 30,000 like my friend, and not being able to get a dime out. That's crazy. Dime. She's just like, she's like, this is the biggest. She said, this is as much torture as anything I've ever had to go through. Just that's like crazy. You've got money, and if you were able to pull it out right now, you'd be able to turn $30,000 in Bitcoin or something.
Because she's got it in Voyager, is what you're saying.
Yeah. She can't gain access to it.
That is a bunch of crap. That's insane.
That's criminal. That's some criminal. We were just talking about marijuana. Yo, that's criminal, folks. That's fucking criminal.
That is a reason for centralized exchanges to not exist. But there are people who don't want to run custody of their crypto because they are incompetent or old. I don't know.
Well, old is a number, I guess. Moving on. It looks like Gary Gensler has finally said something that we actually all agree with. The CFTC is probably in a better position to actually help regulate crypto. So that's something that we've talked about before, is that the CFTC, and the CFTC is just a separate agency. It's similar to the SEC. But they're not looking to yield power. It's a structure. It's a structure within the government. And I think this then allows an agency that already has people within it that understand the cryptocurrency markets and the agencies where they're in. So, Gary Gensler, congratulations. You did something right other than just piss me off today. So,
what kind of structure? Like a triangle? Like a pyramid structure?
Yeah, Gary is?
Who knows?
Catch the ball, Gary. Catch the ball. That's all I got to say.
Exactly.
In other news, the White House has a climate and energy report that came out today. The interesting thing about this is the White House then goes on and tweets, and they send out a tweet. This is the White House, not the president directly, but the White House, which represents the president of the United States, sends out a tweet saying that proof of work is bad for the environment. Very specific. Proof of work is bad for the environment. Says nothing about proof of stake.
Well, obviously we know proof of stake's very light on the environment compared to proof of work. This is a 30-page document plus, an appendix and other information. I think everyone should take a look at this and try to understand it. It's not that complex. Some of the stuff in here, there are assumptions made. There are areas where they are basically saying, well, we don't know, we got to wait and see. And so I would call this sort of like a preliminary report. What's interesting is they bring up this chart on here, right here, where they're comparing the market price to the hash rate. And they're saying, well, the hash rate's continually increasing over time. This chart goes back to 2016, which is true, and the difficulty rating goes up. So when you have the price fluctuating, they're basically saying, does that make sense? You're spending all of this energy, and they're saying it's bad for the environment, and yet at times it's not beneficial. And it's sort of a silly comparison, in my opinion, because when you have market fluctuation, well, you have that with the US dollar too. You have purchasing power that goes up and down. You have markets that go up and down. So you're going to say, real estate is bad for the environment because house prices go down on occasion. So what is the point of building houses? It's like, okay, so like which egghead wrote this and got this stamp and put out there on a golden platter? I just like, it just boggles my mind sometimes what people write. If you speak slowly and clearly and put something to a PDF, anyone will listen to you, and that is a fact.
Okay, well then can I put a chart and a PDF together and we'll just talk about crazy shit next time?
Yes, I love that. Conspiracy theories, I like those.
My conspiracy theories, they're actually pretty mellow. They're like, who do you think was in the grassy knolls? Of course there was another shooter in the grassy knolls. How do you think he got away?
Wow, those documents are public though.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's stuff that's reasonable. And finally, I think the last one that we had for tonight, Ross, what was it? Oh man, I'm getting old here.
So the crypto startup Myston Labs raised $300 million through FTX. They led this capital raise. Myston is part of Noe Research, and that is a division of Meta. Link that through. This is like Bruce Wayne repurchasing his own company through small companies. But it's funny. So this all leads back to Meta, and they've raised $300 million. Like there's a boatload of money for a little startup like this that's doing research, but that's awesome. And so you can see on their website here, they bring digital asset ownership to billions of people. But it's wild because 2 days ago, Meta was fined $400 million for failing to protect children's privacy on Instagram. So it's amazing how you have so much money coming and going, not directly with Meta, but in and around them. Like they are literally in a tornado of cash coming and going.
Well, I think I talked about this with David earlier. Like, CEO of Amazon and the CEO of Metaverse, I think both of them own or roughly around like 8 to 12% of their companies.
Yeah.
And they're worth hundreds of billions of dollars.
Right.
So, the companies are doing just fine. Like at the end of the day, like the owners got 8 to 12%, and they've got hundreds of billions. The company itself is probably solid, so they're not really worried about the fines. But I think this does raise another question, though. Why can't these fuckers protect kids? Number one. Number two, because it's creepy. You're allowed them, like you're exposing their information to creepers, so fix it. And number two, why are you only investing in these? Because me and David had this conversation earlier this week. We talked about VCs coming into companies, and this is a prime example of what VCs do. They come in, and because it doesn't even matter what the product is. Doesn't matter. It's the fact that they have the connections to make it happen. Right. They have all the money. All the cards are on their side. All the money's on their table. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, they knew they were going to get this $300 million. They knew it. That's why everyone's like, oh, it's such a thing. No, Sam and the rest of them knew that this money was coming. So it's a phone call. We got the money. Let's go. While other better protocols and companies out there don't get that opportunity. That's why here at G Media, at Gokhshtein Media, we give everybody an opportunity to shine. And we don't hold back. We tell the truth.
Wow. Seems like it is evident. Your net worth is your network, right?
Yeah, baby. And that's one reason to go to Bitcoin 2023, right, Ross?
Exactly. Love that. There's also Bitcoin Amsterdam. If you're over in Europe, that's coming up in October. First Bitcoin event over there, hosted by that company. So by Bitcoin Inc. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Make sure you use the G Media promo code to get a discount on it. But either way, if your network is your net worth, make sure you find yourself at one of those Bitcoin conferences or one of the other conferences that you can find this and that pretty face at, because Ross actually is the pretty one of our duo when we go places.
And yeah, we got big plans for that. But we can announce what we were going to hold off to our sponsor for this show going forward. We can announce this. We'll have some more information coming out tomorrow, more details. But share that, Akil.
So, folks, I am happy to announce that we will now be powered. Like, you're going to be presented by G Media. We're now powered by Unstoppable Domains. We're powered by that. Latest sponsor here, Unstoppable Domains. Thank you all so very much for putting your trust in us with your brand. So, and matter of fact, if anybody else is interested in making sure that your brand is highlighted on one of the hottest shows in the crypto NFT space, make sure you come here to G Media, talk to us, go talk to Ross, DM us. They're always open, because guess what? We're out here building for the future. And we're not doing that weird building where we just stand like this in front of you. We're doing real building.
Are we doing that?
Are we doing this? We're building.
No, I don't know about that.
You knew exactly what I was talking about. That's how you know we're friends. I know what he's talking about. Like, sense it. We're building. We're building. Like, no, you're not. You're not building anything. You're building a case for the feds.
That's it. That's the end of the news.
All right, everybody. As always, hey, happy Star Trek Day. Live long and prosper. Have a great day and an even better tomorrow.